we had hundreds of people applying, and you have to make sure you beat hundreds of applicants. Beauty comes in all forms, so they would look for somebody who is presentable. Other things were a no-no, like tattoos and all this were like, if your tattoos are not visible in uniform, it's okay. It's glam and glitter. You see us all like polished up, but within comes the loneliness,
Okay.
comes the harsh reality. I happen to witness death on board. You are the face of the airline.
My name is Yahweh J, and welcome to Life After School. Does school really determine your future? Or that is what we've been told. For years, we've measured success by grades and degrees. But what if life has other plans? In a world where dropouts build empires and top students still struggle, it's time we ask real questions. Welcome to Life After School, the podcast where we explore the truth about education, success, and everything in between. Whether you're a straight A student, a university dropout, or just trying to figure things out, this is the space for you. Let's challenge the system, hear real stories, and also discover what really shapes our future beyond the classroom. Life after school. School ends, but the journey doesn't. Let's go into your pathway to becoming a cabin crew member. How did you first learn about the opportunity to interview or even to apply for this
Mm.
position as a cabin crew member?
Uh, this I need to give a shout out to my friend
Mm-hmm.
Ojifo. Ojifo. So I remember discussing with him during my third year that I would like to apply for the role of a cabin crew in one of the leading airlines in the world now. And then he 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 was encouraging. He was like, "Yeah, go for it, girl." So I remember spending nights researching with him, and of which I was lucky enough to apply with one airline. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it. So I remember feeling very sad about it. And then he was there with me throughout the journey. One day he came to me and said, "Oh, I know the first one did not work, but there is a link, or the airline I'm currently working with is recruiting for cabin crew. So why don't you give it a try?" And the rest is history. Yeah.
So I would actually want you to go into the rest is history because I think it's very important information. Um, in terms of the application process, if you could take me through the step-by-step process you went through in becoming a
Mm.
cabin crew member.
So the very first is applying online, and yeah, you just basically there is a link that they put on the company's website, and I applied through that link, and after weeks, I mean 2-3 weeks precisely, I got an invitation for the very first day, which is termed as an open day.
Mm-hmm.
And that is like an in-person interview. So basically the company came into the country for the recruitment. So I went for the first day, which is termed as the open day, and I was lucky enough to have passed the day. And I proceeded to going into the second day, the assessment day, which I passed with flying colors. Then on to the next stage, which is the final in-person interview called the final interview day. So if you are lucky enough to make it through these 3 stages of in-person interview, then the steps thereafter moves on to online again. So it's the journey is like online first to apply, then in-person interview, then now you move back to online again. So the transition.
Okay, so thank you for going into that. So I want us to speak about open day invitations for the major airlines in the world. I've had a couple of females and males who have reached out to me asking for advice on how to become cabin crew members. Would you say that pursuing cabin crew education or going to school in Ghana, specific schools in Ghana which are tailored towards becoming a cabin crew member is worth it, or you'd advise that regardless of your background, you are able to succeed when it comes to the open day?
Um, so going into that, I believe having a, a background in the aviation industry, that is taking a course relating to aviation, is is important, but not to everything. Why do I say so? You have to know or be specific on which airline you want to apply to, because for every airline they have the requirements. They do have the requirements for uh their aspirants, cabin crew aspirants. So some airlines do not necessarily require you having a background in aviation. But then for personal, is a step up, because then you get to be familiar with aviation terms and the likes of it. But
Mhm.
not a necessity for every airline, I must say.
Okay, so in terms of the selection process, right, would you say there was any tough juncture when it came to the selection?
Yes, it was.
And
It
what
was.
would that be? What would that be? Which part of the
Um,
selection process was a difficult one?
I think throughout, because I remember during my time we had hundreds of people applying, so time wise it was very limited. So you just have seconds to make a very good first impression. That is on the very first day, the open day, as I mentioned earlier. You had just seconds, I believe not even more than 10 minutes, 10 seconds to make a good first impression, because there you just meet a recruiter for the airline. You present to her your CV. They just glance through, and they just ask you a question. So the answer you give and your confidence, just a lot. I don't know what they look out for. They do have their criteria, which I don't know because I am not in that department. So it was a tough one, and to make it through that, proceeding to the, because every step or every stage of the recruitment is a different ball game. So if you make past the first day, the second day entails a whole different thing. So, and you have to make sure you beat hundreds of applicants, or let's say tens of applicants, to proceed to the next journey, next stage in your application. So it throughout it was tough. I wouldn't say any was easier.
Okay, so I want us to speak about misconceptions when it comes to being selected for membership as a cabin crew as a cabin crew. So a lot of people say that you have to be tall, slim, and
Ooh.
beau- beautiful to become a cabin crew member. What would you say about this assertion?
uh, will I say yes? Will I say no? So I believe before you apply to being a cabin crew, they state the requirements on their website or the link that you follow to apply. So I cannot speak for all other airline, but I can speak for the company I work with. So they give the requirements, and one of them is for you to have like at least a high school certificate, to be of a certain height, not necessarily height, but to reach a certain height on tiptoe for ladies, and just like normal standing for gentlemen. So I may be short, you may be tall, but if I am able to reach that certain height, I do qualify. And that is not the only requirement. There are other requirements. So I may be able to reach the required height, but then again, I fall short with regards to educational background or qualification. So I would be disqualified. About beauty, beauty comes in all forms, so you cannot limit it to a certain body stature and
Standard.
everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, so of course, every airline looks because you become the brand ambassador or you become the face of the airline if you make it. So they would look for somebody who is presentable, so to say. And beauty comes in all forms and shapes, so I cannot say this or that. People have different body structures depending on the region you hail from, and so beauty. I don't know what is termed as beauty, but not necessarily. I'm not slim. I'm, I'm a thick person, and I made it. I was going for this. I was in the recruitment, and I saw people were slimmer than I was that were not able to make it. People were taller than I was that were not able to make it. But one thing I must say about my airline is they were a bit specific or uh, about marks, like I mean facial marks and everything, because yeah, they have a standard for that, and other things were a no-no, like tattoos and all this were like a no-no for them. But for beauty, I cannot say slim fit. I am not. I'm obolo.
Okay.
I made it.
Okay. So, with the mention of tattoos, right? I
Mm,
just want to get that clarity. Um,
okay.
when we speak about tattoos in aviation, if my tattoo is covered, say I'm a woman, I have my tattoo, my back.
Okay.
Is that okay? Is it visible tattoos, or if I have tattoos anywhere on my body, I am not qualified to work as a cabin crew member?
Oh, so the should I say, or should I even say, my company was a bit stricter in the past. They were very strict on tattoos, but now they've been a little bit liberal. Like we are enjoying some sort of freedom.
Hmm.
So now it boils down to the point that if your tattoos are not visible in uniform, it's okay. But if
Okay.
your tattoos are visible, then it's a no-no. So if my tattoo is on my face and I'm able to cover it up, I don't know how, magically I'm able to cover it up for any flight, then I'm good to go.
Okay. So I want us to move into a segment which I term the job versus reality. So the job, but we are speaking about reality versus social media. So
Okay.
I know that people see the glam part of the job. They see the hotels, they see the makeup, they see airports. What
Okay.
so for people outside, what don't we see when it comes to being a cabin crew member?
The actual life.
So tell
I
me
mean,
about the
it's
actual
it's
life.
it's it's glam and glitter. You see us all like polished up at regardless of the time, 2 a.m., 4 p.m. We are all glammed up and like this nice looking uniform, walking the airports, using the fast lanes at immigration, sleeping in 4 5 star luxurious hotels,
Hotels? Hmm.
traveling all over the world. But it's the job. That is the job. But within comes the loneliness,
Okay.
comes the harsh reality, comes what we know, the relationship issue, and
Relationship
the
issues.
struggles, the real struggles, because we are on a schedule. we are flying around the clock.
Mhm.
I personally have none of my family members in the country I find myself now, and I'm a big time family person, and I have to go months on end without seeing my family. I'm lonely. I am so
That's it. And
lonely.
I really feel for you as a cabin crew member. But in terms of loneliness, how are airlines catering to your mental health when it comes to you guys being lonely?
Oh, for that, wow. They are doing, I can say for my company, because they are doing a lot. We have a very well equipped, like, kind of institution for the mental health part of life. We have psychologists, psychiatrists at hand, to therapists at hand to help us in on issues like that. And yeah, we have now, they are building more than with the facilities. I believe there is something that helps with breathing. I never used that facility before, but yeah, it really, really helps. And also, we do have leave. So we also have the opportunity to request for days off to travel. And as you know, if you are a crew, you have discounted tickets, unlimited tickets to be using throughout the year to visit wherever you want to go. So, yeah.
Okay, so I want us to speak about your job, right? I want you to tell me about one moment in the job that happened to you that made you question. You asked yourself, Sherina, why am I even doing this job? What kind of job cry is this? Why am I doing this job? Tell me about that incident that is stuck in your memory.
Ah, uh, oh, that is a bit emotional. That is, I know, as the faces of life, we have birth, we have living, we have death and everything, and mine was so not pleasant. I happened to witness death on board.
On board?
Yeah,
Wow.
and it was so traumatizing. Why? Because I kind of interacted with the person that passed on. So, uh, yeah, that is something uh, I so not wish to have experienced, but it just happened. So,
Well, I'm sorry you had to go through that experience of experiencing someone in the flight passing away. I believe it must have been traumatizing. So, let's speak about money, lifestyle, and sacrifice. So, for young Africans out there, right?
yes,
Um, is it financially rewarding to work as a cabin crew member?
yes, it is. It is just like, I don't know. So, um, okay, because when you compare what I'm earning to what ideally, or the the money's conversion in my currency back home,
Mhm.
it's a big amount. Is like good enough for a person of my age to live a very comfortable life back home. But then when it comes down to where I am now, it's fairly okay. It's not for a luxurious lifestyle. So, depending on every person's spendings and whatever you use your money for, you can have, you can live a luxurious life, or you can live a comfortable life and save more. It just depends on your taste and your spendings, and but it is financially, it is very rewarding.
Okay, so I want us to move into advising our audience, our main audience, which are students and their parents. So, if you have a young lady or a young guy who is in high school or in the university who is watching this today and wants to become a cabin crew member, what are the exact steps they should take now? Or what advice would you give to them to prepare them for work in aviation as a cabin crew member?
Um, Thank you for the question. Uh, the preparation differs from one person to the other, but I would emphasize on a couple of things. First of all, to be very familiar, that is by watching a lot of, like, these days there are a lot of people, S crew, who are now into YouTubing, vlogging and everything. So you don't necessarily have to be specific. You just type how to become a cabin crew or the cabin crew process into YouTube, and then there will be so many videos pop up. I just advise people to like watch a couple of them, because everyone's journey is very different, but there will be similarities or common ground for all these crews. And also, you have to research the airline you want to work with, and what are the requirements they are looking out for, because it differs. Some airlines look for something more specific. Some of them are very broad in what they are looking for. And be consistently or constantly checking the website of those airlines. Don't trust like middle middle links. I mean, any pop-ups. Usually
Mm-hmm.
these airlines, they employ people directly. There is no middleman. And so just people, I advise people to desist from people promising you work and everything. Just go to the official website of these airlines, and then somewhere on their portal careers, you see availability and then the requirements for that. And yeah, I believe so. And if you have the means to pursue a course in aviation to better your own self, you can also do that. But if not, because not all airlines require such courses or such experience. And so if you are not fortunate enough to be able to, don't stress yourself and be practicing, be very proactive and all these areas. And yeah, that is, it's a very nice job. That's the little advice I can give to the young ones out there.
Okay, thank you on behalf of the young ones. So I'm going to go into a very touchy area. So if anyone is looking to become a cabin crew member, I am going to mention the word. When I mention it, you tell me if they should fix it or they can leave it as is if they want to be a cabin crew member. So first word is teeth. If you want to work as a cabin crew member, teeth, what do you do? Leave it as is or you need to fix your teeth?
Leave it. I
Leave
have
it.
yellow too. Leave
Okay.
it.
So the next word is English. What do you do to your English?
Whew. Practice. I mean, it's for my airlines there is oh, okay. Something to just go off topic a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't need to know languages to join certain airlines. Having fluency or being fluent in more than a language is a plus for you,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not a requirement.
Requirement.
Most because English is like the most widely acceptable language now. So I believe proficiency in English is a must.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, English, fix it, fix
Okay,
it.
so fix your English. So let's speak about grooming. In terms of grooming, fix your grooming or leave it.
Fix it. You are the face of the airline. Fix it.
So next one is fitness.
It's actually fixed it, but I'm not. I'm also going to fix my own.
Oh, yo.
Because I'm going to fix my own.
Okay. So let's go into life after cabin crew membership. If you weren't
Okay.
a cabin crew member, what do you think you'd be doing now?
A housewife to a rich man.
To a rich man, a Habibi,
Yeah.
like very rich,
No, like
some guy,
a rich, generous man.
a rich, generous man.
No one
Okay.
likes to suffer. Oh.
No one likes to suffer. Okay. 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 So, I am going to do a very quick fire session. I ask you the question, you answer right away. So,
Hey,
yeah.
but wait, so is it gonna be tough?
No, 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 it's
Is
not.
it like to choose yes, no? I don't know.
It's so let's start actually. So,
Okay,
yeah,
give me an example. You cannot just go into it. Let
you
me
you
know what
so an
I'm
example like your favorite food.
Banku
Okay. So,
and okra.
okay. So,
Okay.
best city you've ever visited?
Phuket, Thailand,
Thailand,
Phuket.
Phuket. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, one thing Ghanaians must stop doing on flights.
Keeping quiet. Use the call bills. You need to use the call bills. You don't have to sit through the flights without. If you need something, press the call bill. We need to attend to you.
What do you make of Ghanaians clapping when the flight lands?
Oh, like come on, so cliche. Ah.
Rudest passenger behavior you've ever experienced?
Like, dude, chill. I'm not your maid. Say excuse me or
Okay.
please or use the call bill.
So, Sherina, before I let you go, I want you to give your last words to anyone watching you, be it a student, be it a parent, or anyone who is interested in the aviation industry.
Oh, thank you everyone for watching this section, and it's a privilege, yeah, to be a guest on your show. I may not have answered all your questions, because of confidentiality sake. But I hope I did my best to clarify one or two doubts you had. If you have anything to go into detail, you have the opportunity or you have the chance to speak through your, and I believe you would forward it to me because there is not so much I can say on this section. So I'll be available for on my free time to answer much more detailed questions then. And thank you, everyone. If it's your passion to be a cabin crew, go for it. Don't be discouraged. The journey is not easy. I may have had it easier. Some people, it takes them several times or several trials to make it as a crew. If it is for you, you get it. And parents, if you have the means to support your wards, into pursuing it's a beautiful profession. It's a very beautiful profession. Not only does your ward or your child enjoy it, but the benefit extends to family members as well. So I do, and I would encourage parents if they have the means to support their kids into achieving their dreams. And for everyone who has tried and has not made it, keep trying. Keep trying. There is light at the end of the tunnel. That's all I can say. And thank you, everyone. Thank you all for having me on your show.
Yeah, thank you too, Sharina. So she says there is light at the end of the tunnel if you are looking to work as a cabin crew member and you haven't been successful yet. Don't give up. You can still go ahead and try again. So until next time, this has been Life After School, and my name is Yawajay.
Bye.